Hello and welcome to another video. In this video we are looking at this beautiful book I got, Concise Atlas of the World. As you can see, it's quite large in size, taking up a big space right here on my chair. This is a single wide, I think, chair. Not overly spacious, so you can see how large this book is. So let's see what this book has to offer. I can tell you I was very much impressed by the quality of photographs. Take a look at the colors. It's subdivided by continents, starting with the world, physical, political, going into quality of life, and then discussing each region's. Alright. Another beautiful picture of the world. And it's literally pictures throughout the book with accompanying information. Here's our political world where you can see the countries right here. Here's Brazil, Argentina, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, smaller countries, Paraguay, Bolivia, Uruguay, then North America, US and Canada, Mexico, and a whole bunch of other countries. And then you have Eurasia, and let's see, Russia is a big one, China, Kazakhstan, India, European countries, Africa, Libya, Egypt, Sudan, Angola, Mozambique, Somalia, Ethiopia. And we got Australia right here. And we have Indonesia here. And Manila, Davao City. Very much detailed map. Then there is a map of the world ocean floor. Look at this. In blue are the oceans, and in black are the continents. Incredible how much water there is. And then you have limits of the oceans and seas. North Pacific Ocean right here, and here they subdivided by a specific sea and identify it with a letter and a number. Ocean, South Atlantic Ocean. And the same things happening there. Arctic Ocean, Indian Ocean, and it kind of expands here, and then Southern Ocean. There is an international agreement that the icy waters around Antarctica form a distinct ocean region. While there is no consensus on its name or its extent, most countries call it the Southern Ocean and use 60 degrees south latitude as an approximation of its northern limit. Okay, interesting. So the whole map is filled with these facts, details, something that you might not have thought or known from school. Here's the North Pole and a South Pole, and it looks like on the South Pole they have lines right here. Can you see them? Right here. And you might not be able to see that, but the lines have which country claims, I guess, this pie slice or this particular area. Okay, there is structure. Here they go into some details about the actual structure of our planet, from crust all the way to inner core right here. And then we're going back years, million years ago, to see how the continents actually split up. Pretty small, so I'm not going to spend too much time there, otherwise you can't really see it. Alright, then we are moving on to sculpting a land. Landforms created by wind. Yep, so here they describe different types of dunes. Transverse dunes, parabolic dunes, Barken dunes. And this picture is of Death Valley National Park. And then we have landforms created by ice. And then features of Earth's surface, Mount Peak, mountain range, basin, desert, oasis. Just these terms that you might have heard but might not mean a lot just because we use them so often, like peninsula, reef, cape, island, divide, sound, canal and plain, delta, lake, hills, waterfall, river, fork, plateau. Yes, so a lot of these things are very familiar to us. Here's a mosaic of landscapes. And here's evergreen forests, deciduous forests, shrubland, savannas, and grassland. They're color coded right here. interesting to me that we have only 2.5% of planet's water that is fresh, and most of that is frozen. It's fascinating just how little we have. Major watersheds are described here on this little map. And then we've got 3 different maps. Thirsty planet, then projected water demand 2030, also highlighted in different colors. Water at risk, where the availability of fresh water is an urgent problem, and then they're rated from extremely high to extremely low. And then safe drinking water map, they go from 98 to 100% safe to less than 75% safe. What I don't like about this kind of color coding is that they use shades, and some shades are quite tough to tell apart. So we have no idea which one that is, but I guess it's for the color coding and to just make it pretty. Makes sense. Then we've got defining climate fold right here. And here the climates are defined from, let's say, no dry season to extremely continental, and it's pretty complex. A warming planet. Here's the charting of sea level change. Pretty dramatic. And then melting permafrost by year from 2000 to 2200 projected. Temperature on the rise. Carbon per capita. Interesting. So CO2 emissions per person, more than 15, are highlighted in dark, very dark color. Obviously US, Canada, and there is Australia, and there is some countries. But the thing is that the density of population also makes a difference. So China is the top country that by CO2 emission, followed by US, India, Indonesia, Japan, Russia, Brazil, Germany, Iran, and Canada. Then we're switching to diversity of life. And we have more than 750,000 insects, species of insects. Same with plants. And then mammals very much reduced in the number of species, which kind of makes sense, right? And then here's the little tiny map that you can see on biodiversity hotspots. Here's the let's see the species in red zone, biodiversity action plans, safe havens for nature. Not many, unfortunately. Pristine seas map, fading landscapes map. A changing planet, altered landscapes. They talk about plastic problems and the map of metric tons of mismanaged plastic per year. Huge amount in like China to US is kind of not too bad. The same with Canada is lighter in color. So Russia is also up there. It's interesting how it's distributed. World full of people. This is population. Today the population is 7.9 billion. And this book is printed in this year, so our data should be quite accurate. The gender of population is also right here. You can see the density increases right here in these countries. China and India, significant density increase in European countries too. Large cities in North America. Okay. And then we have cities on the rise. LA, New York, Mexico City. Largest urban agglomerations by population 2021. Tokyo, Delhi, Shanghai, Sao Paulo, Mexico City, Dhaka, Bangladesh, Cairo, Beijing, Mumbai, Osaka, New York on the 11th, Karachi, Pakistan, Chongqing, China, I probably pronounced it wrong, Istanbul, Buenos Aires, Kolkata, Kinshasa, DR Congo, Lagos, Manila, and Tianjin, China. A lot of Chinese Chinese towns. The world speaks. Here we talk about languages. Largest population of first language speakers is Mandarin, then followed by Spanish, English, Hindi, Bengali, Portuguese, Russian, Japanese, Punjabi, Marathi. Those are the top 10. It's also interesting to see the color coding here. Faith, beliefs, global faiths, Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and blended religions. Okay. Disease and wellness. High income countries. Here are the different, I know you can't see that, but these are the deaths per 100,000 people and their diseases. So in high income countries, high systolic and blood pressure, tobacco, dietary risks, and high fasting plasma glucose on their top. For low income, it's child and maternal malnutrition, air pollution, unsafe water sanitation, and hand washing. What a difference, right? Female life expectancy in 2019 was the highest in Japan at 87.7 and male in Singapore 82.9. Obviously that has changed with COVID, but still. And then we have quality of life, including gender wage gap. Here's a map right here. Human Development Index, happiness, tracking corruption. Fascinating to see that. Then commerce and wealth. And later in this book, also each country has the GDP number and also per capita, which which is also fascinating. The world's harvest. Feeding the world. Meat consumption, food security index, and then global diet. Interesting, the global average is 2,883 kilocalories. Most of that rice and wheat. Then it looks like sugars or vegetable oils, pork, starchy roots and tubers, corn. And then they subdivided by the continent. So North America averages over 3,500 calories. EU 3,200. East Asia 3,000. South America just under 3,000. Africa 2,600. And then South Asia 2,400. Again, fascinating, right? Okay. Power sources, where we get our power. Okay, let's see what else. Borders and boundaries. Then we've got people on the move, and then green, dark green, are the countries where people are migrating to. North America, Canada, Australia. Countries with the most refugees, though, are Turkey, Pakistan, Uganda, Germany, Sudan. Okay. Countries with the most asylum seekers: US, Peru, Turkey, Germany, Brazil. Just interesting. And then it starts going into North America, a little bit more details. This map has some numbers like the continent area, highest point, lowest recorded temperature, same highest, longest rivers, largest natural lakes, number of countries, and density, population, and then goes through climate, physical map. It's also very interesting to just sit down and kind of look at the map. Okay, I am right here, and here's Illinois, Wisconsin, and just to see what cities there are, see the country on this beautiful map. Here's the United States in depth, national parks, climate zones, and then that's what I was mentioning to you, facts and flags, and it goes by the country and includes their population, capital, religion, language, etc. Flags, state flags. And the same goes with South America and all the way to Asia, Australia, and Oceania. From political maps and other maps. And it goes into space and going into just brief descriptions of the planets, cosmic journeys. some comparisons and the terms, time zones, geographic terms. It's kind of like a dictionary. Place name index is probably the last part of this book. Yep. And an atlas for everyone if you want to explore different atlases that National Geographic puts out. They have Atlas of the National Parks, World War II Road Atlas, Civil War Atlas even of beer, and Space Atlas. So quite an interesting book. I've enjoyed reading it. Hopefully you enjoyed this brief overview of that as well. Hopefully this was also relaxing for you. And until next time, I wish you peace of mind, relaxation, and internal peace and quiet of mind. Take care of yourself, and goodbye.